Welcome to my channel. My name is Silynthia, and I'm a mom who's trying to get her family to financial freedom. I'm paid 2 times per month for my part-time job. All of my other income comes from side hustles, and today, you guys, I wanted to go over my April budget setup. Now, I was trying to work through and use the Happy Planner budget. However, I felt like because there's no creativity going into it, I would just forget to go back to it. And a part of this process for me, anyways, is being able to enjoy what I am seeing in my budget binder. Now, some people it's just plain simple crunch the numbers, track the spending, and I completely understand that. I just think that with me anyway, I just want to come back and see what's been going on. I typically like stickers, but I did this clean sweep, this big change in my stationery, and I threw so much away. And so it was mainly because I needed space, but also because I was thinking, well, this year I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use the Happy Planner budget, but I just could not get motivated with it. I could not figure out, well, how do I want to work this? Ideally, I'd like to have something that works specifically for me, or find something that works for me where I can be connected with whatever it is that I'm seeing, um, because this part of budgeting can get so boring. I love the cash stuffings, the unstuffings, the bill exchanges. Um, all of that stuff is really fun, but this part can get really boring, and if you're not coming back to it to check in with yourself, then it kind of defeats the purpose, because you kind of want to be able to see your progress and see what it is that you're working on. Is it working at all? And when it comes to budgeting, you change your budget so much that in order to stay motivated to check in and see what changes need to be made, yeah, you kind of want to make sure that you have a place where you are jotting things down. So, I used to bullet journal, and when I started budgeting, I had kind of a bullet journal-esque uh, vibe. So it would be, um, little artsy stuff, quotes, stickers, all of that would be, all over my bullet journal and my budget planner. And then I stopped because I felt like, especially since I was working full time when all of this came about, I simply just decided, well, I will spend more time doing the other things with my family. But now I have the time to actually um, maybe make a cover page, maybe just kind of check in with myself and see what it is that I am planning on doing for the coming month. Now, one of my goals every month is to set up the following month's budget planner month without um, waiting until the day of, or waiting until the second week or something like that. So just kind of have an idea of a rough idea of what um, my month is going to look like. That's typically one of my goals. So for the month of March, which we are still in the month of March, um, I want to make sure that I set up my April spread, right? And so I did it twice already. But both times that I did it, one time with just the Happy Planner, and then another time with the Happy planner and then stickers and things like that. And you guys, I just was not happy with how it was going. And so I said, maybe let me just see if I go back to how I started things out, if I will enjoy it at all. So that's what I decided to do, and here we are. I did my cover page. It took a while to do that, and I knew I was expecting it to take a while, and then I would come back to it and go away from it, and I thought I'll just leave it alone, but I'm just grabbing my calculator because I did not add this up. Um, but yes, I did the cover page, and now I am just working on the monthly um, budget, and that way I can see what am I working with, what do I need to be focused on for the month of April. And so I will go over these numbers with you. Um, but I kind of, like I used to, went through and penciled everything in so I could go through and just, darken it up with my marker. So I think I will just go over these numbers with you, and then I will finish doodling, getting these doodles together. I haven't quite figured out how to fast forward without speeding up the entire video, because I would like to actually do this part with you, and maybe I will. Let's just do it. But let me know down below, like, which system do you use in terms of your budget planner? Are you a digital planner? Do you like pen and paper? Clearly, I like pen and paper. But also, do you use like the Budget Mom, or there's so many different options out there. I tend to need a little bit more space, and so that's been pretty hard to find. And then the way I work my budget is completely different than anybody else. So yeah, it's kind of you got to switch it up and see where you're at mentally with the whole budgeting planner situation. But just let me know, like, what do you do and how do you make it work? And when you get bored, how do you refresh or reset your frame of mind? Because this part, like, I need to come back to my budget, and I need to see what it is that I'm doing, how things are going. Am I keeping track? Has anything changed? For instance, like rent, um, my rent changed, the amount we pay, and my honey and I, the way we have our budget set up now has changed, and we probably need to go over that at some point as well, because there's been some changes since the last time we've actually spoke about how our budget is working for us. So we'll definitely touch bases on that because that's pretty important. All right. I probably should grab my stencil for this, but I think we're good. Just live on the edge just a little bit today. So for my April spread, I decided to do just some butterflies and flowers, and it's just because springtime's coming. We still are dealing with a little snow here where we are, but not too crazy. So the quote I chose says, "Your mind is a garden, grow flowers, not weeds." And basically just have positive thoughts, and sometimes it's not always that easy to come back to a positive frame of mind when you're dealing with money, especially when things aren't going the way you intended for the time frame you're working on. Like in this instance, we've had some spending, more spending than I would have liked, and so I have to get back to making sure I'm keeping track of what I'm spending and how I'm spending, because it's once again one of those things where you can get lost in just spending and not coming back to check in, and that's exactly what happened this month. For the month of March, I was swiping my credit card, and honestly, I wasn't paying any attention, not realizing it. And before you know it, here I am, um, needing to now pay my credit card. I'm sorry, I should have moved that phone out of the way. So, and I know what happens, and I won't beat myself up about it. And I know I just have to push a little further to make sure that I'm taking care of, um, that credit card and getting it back down to zero. But this is part of that process, is making sure I'm checking in. And I like this quote, your mind is a garden, grow flowers, not weeds. I love it. Does anybody else use the kind of bullet journal method, or budget actually in a bullet journal? I kind of, once I figured out that I like the happy planner, um, kind of the layout with the hole punch where you can just pull it in and out of your planner. I just decided that's what I love, and I was going to continue on doing that. I don't know if I have the courage to actually budget in a bullet journal. Um, I one year I did set it up to try it, but I just didn't stay focused and continue on with it. So there's that. Okay, so let's just do a quick little rundown for my bills. My rent did go up, so now we pay $1,320, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of places have seen an increase in their rent, and I don't think we're any different here. But I will say it's been just a little bit aggravating because we're not getting more apartment, we're not getting better amenities, we're not getting better management, we're not getting any kind of upgrade. It's just like, oh well, you want to live here, pay more money. It's like, well, throw in a something, another fan, or complete your work orders or whatever. Oh man, that's me. But you're just not getting more bang for your buck. It's just you have the same crap that you had last year. You're just paying more money for it. So it's a little bit disheartening. But it's this part of what we're going through right now. All right, so utilities, we pay $100. Typically, it's around 90 something. But what I do is I budget $100 if it's over that little 90 something. Leaves a couple bucks in our account for a small buffer. Internet, same thing there. We budget $100. Typically, it's around $98, $99. And we leave the difference in our account to cover any other things, small things that are coming up. So say if utilities goes up, or internet goes up, we have that few dollars to cover the difference. Our phone typically stays the same, $90 a month, because we go through a company. It's not a contract, but it's a company that's pretty much the same. They haven't gone up at all. Car insurance is $114, and renter's insurance is $13. As a matter of fact, I think it's gone up just a few cents, so I may need to change that to $14 just to cover the, few cents that it did go up. Subscriptions, which is Netflix and Amazon, is $29. And I mentioned using my credit card, $360 is where I'm at with that credit card. I want to try to get it paid off for the month of April. We are working on some other things, but if I get that paid off for the month of April, I'll feel a lot better about my bad decision to spend money that I don't have, especially since I'm not working a full-time job. Sorry guys, this erasing may be annoying, but it's so satisfying for me. So I'm sorry. Okay, it's a lot of fun for me. So the way we set up our budget is that we split our bills in half. So we take the I'm paid weekly. I'm paid twice a month. My honey's paid weekly, so whatever he contributes and whatever I contribute, I put for the first half of the month, and then we break it up to the second half of the month, whatever that looks like in terms of dates. And then at the end of the month, we take the money, put it in the bank, and then we make the payments. Now, I like to have the cash on hand. Just because if I see the money in my account, I'll think I have it. And if I don't see it, then I know it's not there for me to spend on anything, So this method works for us the way we have it set up. So what you're seeing here is it says April, but this is for the month of May, with the exception of the credit card. This is in April. This does need to be paid by, the end of April in order to, get that down to a zero balance and not have interest and all that stuff coming out. But once we split these in half, then we will go ahead and make those payments. So the total for our bills is $2,126. And pretty soon we will be looking at paying back these student loans. I may actually try to work on keeping mine in forbearance a little bit longer, just because I am not working a full-time job, and I know that if I can make payments, or if I feel like, oh, well, this is maybe something that I want to do right now, then I will. But for now, I'm not chasing that debt-free lifestyle per se. I mean, as far as credit cards, yes, but what I am chasing is that financial freedom, and at some point, in order to gain that, I will need to make sure this student loan, I have two of them, two small ones, will be paid off. But you guys, I think that that's it. I hope that this video is not too long. I keep going back and forth on whether or not I want to do these monthly budget setups, and I think it's good to see what people are looking at and how they're staying encouraged. But I just feel like not everybody wants to see them. They don't get very many views, so I kind of decide, oh well, I don't know if I want to do it, but here we are. So I am going to go ahead and finish out doing my grid, my chart off camera. Maybe do some colors or something like that. And I like the black and white, and that's what I was going to stick with. So maybe we'll see how things go. But that's it, you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of the things that can keep us connected. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. For now, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.